but we
Not yet.
And we're not from different.
Save all the good things for when the cameras are rolling. Just to kind of introduce why we're all kind of here on a Saturday afternoon, I host a show here called Minority Reports. It's a digital show, and we're doing an episode based around like the political ideologies of the Black community and how they differ and where they overlap. And so we've brought, a nice eclectic group of brown people here to kind of discuss politics and how we all come to our political ideologies as members of the Black community in America. Hopefully what this will do is allow our audience who probably wouldn't find themselves in this type of an environment to have this type of a conversation to learn something. So with all that being said, 3 words or less, when you think of Donald Trump, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Man, they start off hot. Okay, we about to have a good time, baby. We about to have a good time.
Rob, why don't we start with you?
Strong.
Strong, brother. They looking at you. Look at that sister from across the room. She looking at him like, what you just now say, brother?
Make America great.
Oh, me.
Can we
We'll slide on
come
the
back to
row,
me?
We'll come down.
Can we come back to me?
Oh, his ancestors' wildest dreams.
Very scary.
Trash.
Man.
Anti-Black.
Necessary.
I just think unicorn in the sense of just causing so much discussion.
The reason why.
Wow, this actually surprises me. I've never met a Black person. Hey, look, I haven't. Who would describe Trump as strong and courageous. I told y'all, man, maybe it's just the people that I hear on Facebook and everything. It's just my algorithm. Whew.
Donald Trump is in the spotlight right now is because of our past failed governments. For the simple fact that when the Republican primary happened, there was like 16 different candidates. And don't get me wrong, there was like really good ones, really stature to the point that everyone in this group will be like, oh, yeah, I can see why he won. And Donald Trump became an opportunist and knocked down every single person week by week, like it was literally watching a different season of The Apprentice. Look what has America done, that a guy from the outside can just walk in there, bing, bang, boom, and take down these iconic, structured politicians that we looked up to throughout our whole lives.
Drain the swamp, as it was put.
Yeah.
But can we talk about that, though? Like, this whole notion of, like, a guy from the outside, like, that's part of my issue, right? Like, if you really know how this country is being run, like, the country has always been run by rich billionaires. So, like, he's not from the outside. This country has always been run by pharma. This country has always been run by banks. This country is literally run by the industries that he made his millions and billions in. So like this whole thing like, oh, he's a political outside. No, because politics has always been run by capitalism, which is the system that has always suppressed minorities. So like that's even in itself.
Always.
Now,
Capitalism.
Now, the first gentleman, somebody coming from outside and knocking out all these people who are polished and well, like ready to run and ready to talk while they point their thumb and they got their talking points and all these other things and they know how to act presidential and they know how to kiss babies and all that other stuff. And this dude comes out from the outside and he's like just knocking everybody out with realness, just being real. Like, man, I don't give a damn. F how y'all feel, bro. I'm coming today going to shake things up. That was actually a really good quality from Trump. I got to agree with this gentleman. Then the other gentleman says he's not really from the outside, is he? Because his family are the same as every other powerful family that's been taking over the United States for a long time. So is he really from the outside? Yeah, they both making some points, bro.
Has always oppressed minorities.
I don't think
the first capital in this country.
I don't think so.
I do have to jump in and take a little bit of umbrage with this idea that capitalism is some sort of system that oppresses minorities to this point. And also, I don't like saying minorities. We want to talk about black people. Like, let's just talk about black people. Because I'm not a minority. I'm not a person of color. I'm black.
Hey, that brother said, look, we're not going to talk about minorities. We're going to talk about black people. Kudos to you, brother. I like that. I like
All
that.
right, so I just want to make that point. All right,
absolutely.
So when we look at capitalism as something that has oppressed minorities or is oppressing minorities, we remove from ourselves the capacity to use capitalism in order to build our communities, in order to move forward for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what? And I agree with you 1,000%. I actually know people who look at capitalism as a bad thing. I know people who look at money as a bad thing. And they look at anybody who's trying to build wealth as sneaky, as conniving, as a part of the problem, all those other things, man. Shout out to Vice for posting this right here. This right here is some good, healthy discourse.
By show of hands, who here voted for Donald Trump?
All day.
Rob, you did not vote for Donald Trump.
I did not vote in the 2016 election.
Tell me why.
I didn't vote in the 2016 election because where I was in my life, I didn't feel like either of those candidates had earned my vote. I considered myself a Democrat at the time. I loathed Hillary Clinton and the entire Clinton machine. And if you really want to get into it, I voted for Bernie Sanders in the primary.
Oh, Jesus.
You want to talk about a conversion? You want to talk about a conversion? I voted for Bernie Sanders in the New York State primary. Like that's where I was. Okay.
For the Black conservatives, how do you align with white conservatives when they speak mal of Black people, just in terms of how, especially they speak of Black men?
You call them out. My whole thing that's like
not
for
even
me,
calling them out, but just how you stand with them when they are speaking
well,
mal
how do
against
you stand with Hillary Clinton
Like,
when
it's
she
not...
calls, kids super predators?
But I'm just saying
the
so
thing.
overtly and continuously. How do you do that?
It's overt and continuous from the Democratic Party as well. So
People are
Anywhere you go, you know what I'm
there's
saying?
gonna be racists
but there
everywhere you
are
go.
going to be some racists all over the place. So now it's like, okay, yo, watch your mouth. Like, I'm not, okay, we're not going that route.
What is your reaction when you see a Black person wearing a MAGA hat?
I didn't hear the last part.
When you see a Black person wearing a MAGA hat, 3 words or less, what is your reaction?
Because he said a whole lot.
Go for it.
I thought she said.
That was his 3 words or less.
Okay, but that's his response.
Yeah.
3 words or less? There's the story. I don't know. That's 4. I don't know. There's a story.
Independent-minded brother.
I got 1 word. It's bold.
That's so funny. He said, brother.
Confused. Oh, cringe.
You do you.
Looks good on you. It can't fit on my head.
What is your
That's
perception of Black conservatives?
Believing in Trump's rhetoric, just morally, I don't understand. Because morally, just him as a person, as an entity, is just super corrupt, and his ideologies. I don't understand how anyone can be about it, but especially a Black person, just as an identity as a Black person, I don't understand it.
Which one's worse?
But the thing about it is that he asked you about conservatism and then you took it to Trump.
Like, girl, just say what you feel about Black conservatives.
We were talking about MAGA hats.
okay.
Yeah, that was my connection. Yeah.
For those of us who identify as conservative, right? I want to hear about your treatment within the Black community, being an outspoken Black conservative, and then I want to hear about the perceptions that you think people have of you. Whoever wants to start.
Well, I'll start with myself.
Go for it.
Because, so look, you're gonna hear, and I'm gonna let Bevelyn speak to the Black perspective, but I'm gonna speak from the gay perspective.
Sure.
All right? Because I came out as a Black gay conservative about 6 months ago. I have been treated horribly by other gay people. The only friends that have dumped me, or quote unquote friends that have dumped me for being conservative Republican, have been the gay ones. The people who give me the most grief on social media have been the gay ones. The people that call me the nastiest, all kinds of house nigga, Uncle Tom, all this stuff. These have been gay people, or the people from the quote unquote tolerant and inclusive LGBTQ community. All right? So this is what my experience has been. And being somebody that has been an advocate and still consider myself an advocate, just not in the way that they want me to be, I was very shocked by that because I think that when I came out as conservative, they like to push forward this veneer of inclusion and tolerance, and that dropped like that. So it was the nastiest treatment that I had ever seen, and I never expected it. And you never expect it as a gay person until it happens to you.
For me,
Gay on gay crime. What? Yeah, I thought I was going to say something that was worth listening to. I'm not that intelligent. I think something wrong with me. I don't know why. That's what I got out of that. But it's disrespectful, though. I mean, the brother represents an entire community. He looks extremely professional. He seems to be considerate. But when he decided to come out as a Republican or conservative or someone that potentially supports Trump, man, they went in on their brother. They like, man, we don't care if you was with us at the party. We don't care if you came out. We don't care if you was with us at the parade. God dang it, you voted for Trump? Kiss my ass. He didn't even say he voted for Trump, but he's staying with him.
Me, like, it started with my high school friends. Everybody was unfriending me on Facebook because, you know, I was talking about the Trump election and I went to the inauguration and all of that. So and then it trickled down to my family. Aunts won't speak to me even now. I got aunts that don't talk to me because I want to be white. So it's like I get this stigma all the time.
Wow.
Oh, you want to be white and you done moved to New York City and now you think you up there with the big city folk and you want to be white. It seems like when I speak of what I speak of, it's only the fact that I just want to be white. And that's so far-fetched from the truth. I've been called a bed wench. I've been called... And I mean, I'm talking about from my black brothers who on they page be talking about black queens and all of this stuff like that. But the moment I don't agree with nothing they talking about, now I'm a bed wench. Now you know what I'm saying? I'm all this other stuff. And it's just like, I mean, to be honest.
What century did they pull that one from? They went back to the slavery book of rhymes. They like, okay, we're gonna go back when Toby and them was putting out mixtapes. They called them what? Bad wenches? Yeah, we're going to call her a bad wench. And honestly, I wouldn't have picked her out to be one of the black conservatives. This sister is braided all up, looking all Nubian, in her black on black like a Black Panther, got her thighs just sticking out every which way. I would not have.
Queens and all of this stuff like that. But the moment I don't agree with nothing they talking about, now I'm a bed wench. Now you know what I'm saying? I'm all this other stuff. And it's just like, I mean, to be honest with you, ain't nobody been boss enough to say none of this stuff in my face. And they not gonna. All of this is via social media. We know this. But at the same time, it's just like hatred. It's been nothing but hatred. And, you know, for me, it's like, even when I deal with liberals who may have their little mindset or way they think, I ain't gonna disrespect them and call them all types of names. It's like I've gained all that flack and disrespect, and it's just like because I want to be white, this is what I get.
So does anyone?
No, I take issue with that though. I will say that simply because somebody's not voting Democrat. I mean, not voting. They're not voting Democrat, meaning that they want to be white now, or simply because she found something about the Republican Party that resonated with her life. Now she wants to be white. People are out their damn minds sometimes, bro. Y'all don't get it, man. Sometimes we mess it up by. You could learn a lot from this young lady by simply having a conversation with her, like why. If you got questions, ask why. Ask why, because if I don't know any black people who have said that they voted for Trump. I don't. That's the world I come from, but I'm also from the world that, you know, they would probably say some ignorant stuff if they find out that you're not rocking with them politically the way that you supposed to.
I made a statement online. I got a lot of people commenting on it. I didn't see true racism in this country until I became a conservative.
Facts.
Because I've seen hate speech come from people. You don't talk about left always talking about hate so much. I saw true hate coming from the left, and it was white people calling me Uncle Tom. Pretty much, white people tell me I'm not black enough. which is
No,
racist.
it's their girl.
And
It's their
when
girl.
you call them out on it and you say they're racist, they're like,
a
no, I'm not.
Twilight
They
Zone
made you think
episode.
about it, like, well, yeah, I am kind of being racist. That's how racist the left still is. And then I had
you might
family
think
members, like
white
she said, my aunts that don't talk to me anymore. I have high school friends, students of childhood that don't talk to me, unfriended me, and a lot of white friends as well. Now I'm not talking about just black friends, but I'm talking about people on the left in general. Just have that hate in their heart, in my opinion. And it just, that's what I've done.
They look at it as support, though. Now, I'm not trying to cloak their hate. They look at it as some sort of, like, how could you possibly go, ride with the party that to us don't like us? To us, it seemed like they don't give a damn about us. And you rocking with them? I'll tell you one thing, man. That election had to have been the most divisive election that I can remember in my lifetime. For real.
And it's so interesting that on the left,
Shout out to these
the
young people.
wokies is what I call them. These are the people that are woker than you can ever be. But the wokies give the white liberals of the left this space to tell a black person how to be black and how you are supposed to experience
It's not you, girl, but
and how
believe
you're
me, there
supposed
are.
to think as a black person.
Who here voted?
That's no bull, because now that I've been checking out people, certain people on YouTube, I've been receiving emails and people be like, you of all people should not be checking out this person because you call yourself black. What? Huh? Don't play with me, bruh. Don't play with me, bruh.
Voted for Barack Obama. Damn near everybody.
Twice.
Campaign for him in 08.
Both terms.
So did I.
He had
can I
a great
ask-
campaign. I just didn't vote for him.
A semi-personal question. Did anyone vote for him just because he was black?
Not just, but that was a big reason I voted for him.
That was a huge reason I voted for him. That was probably, and look, I don't want no smoke, guys. Look, I don't care. If y'all bring that, y'all bring that. I haven't lied to y'all. Like I told y'all my situation, 1,000%. And I love the fact that I don't lie because now I ain't got to think of it. But yeah, I voted for him. I said, a black man is running for president? Oh, let's go. Because I'm thinking that if he's gotten that far up the daggone ladder, and his family are on point, and the way he presents himself was on point. And his story was amazing. I'm like, come on, bro. How can we not? Reminded me of the Halls. The Obamas reminded me of the Halls, bro. Yeah, values.
See, I'll admit, it's really funny because I'm a conservative, and I will admit that I voted for Barack Obama in 2008 purely because he was black.
Yes.
I'll admit that.
And I did too.
You know, I'll admit it. And the reason why I voted for him is because I was so open to and so available to be used by all of the systems that made that person president, right? And for all of the systems that were promoted to me, this idea that just because he is biracial, African American, whatever you want to call it, that he is going to somehow have my best interests at heart, that he somehow comes from the same experience that I did.
Nowhere
Barack
near.
Obama did not come from the same experience as me. Let me tell you something.
wasn't
I grew up
from
black
down
and
the
poor in Akron, Ohio. Okay? This person was born and raised in wealth and privilege his entire life. And the idea that this person was somehow more connected to me because we share the same skin color is crazy. But I bought it, and it was sold to me. I bought it.
And I made that same mistake.
Well, first of all, then I don't think he would have been able to get that close to that area if he had not been bred in the way that he was bred. So continue to think that he might be able to relate to you a little more than the other people who were running at the time, because naturally he faced a lot of the same things, regardless. Now he didn't have the same class he wasn't in the same class as us. He wasn't. His wife super on point lawyer. He went super far, going to the schools that we only dream of getting in. And a lot of us get into. I'm not going to say that we don't get in those schools. But yeah, it's like he spoke our language. He ate greens. He played. I mean, he sang Al Green and all that other stuff. He played basketball. Come on now, play basketball, bruh. Huh? Whatever president played basketball. Name one. Exactly.
In a way, I voted for him mainly because he was a black man.
Same mistake.
Yeah, same mistake. It was a mistake.
It's a mistake.
Yeah, and 8 years later of the mistake, that's one reason why I'm conservative now, because I said when I was young, more naive, I was willing to vote for somebody because of the way they look. And look what it did for me. Absolutely nothing. So I make sure next time I make a vote, it's going to be with some substance. It's going to make sure somebody's going to have what they're saying and what their actions is going to make me cause their vote. And that's why I voted for
before we move forward, by show of hands, who is disappointed with the Barack Obama presidency?
I'm disappointed with President. I'm disappointed with all of them. I can talk about a couple of things. Right?
Sure.
I mean, we put a black face on a white imperialist nation and expected that change was going to happen. My grandmother, my ancestors, especially.
Yo, if y'all like this style of content, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so that next time we put out content, you'll be the first to be notified. All right.
Nation and expected that change was going to happen. My grandmother, my ancestors, especially my grandmother, my grandfather, they were sold that that was what the American dream was supposed to look like, that a black man could come in this country, that black people could come from chattel slavery and achieve the highest position in the land. Unfortunately, the way that these systems of oppression work, especially K through 12, we're often taught that leadership, what's going to lead black people to liberation, is going to come from a white man. And so like when we then had a black face up there, it really felt like, we really close. Like we really close. But then it was a lot of unlearning that a lot of us had to do, a lot of unlearning that we all still currently have to do to understand that our oppression, where our oppression came from, and the fact that like we're never going to be led to liberation in a binary system. Mm-hmm. A binary system for black people is literally always going to be us choosing the lesser of two evils, no matter how you slice it or dice it. Whether it's a Republican in office, whether it's a Democrat in office, I'm always choosing my death either as a blunt force blow or death by 1,000 paper cuts. And it tends, why I guess in general black people always lean Democratic is because that death is by 1,000 paper cuts, as opposed to what I'm dealing with right now, where I'm watching HIV funding being stripped as a black queer HIV positive person, where I'm watching trans people losing all of their rights in this country as an LGBTQ person.
What rights are trans people losing?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, I'm curious about that myself.
So let's, you want to respond?
No, I'm serious too.
You want to respond?
Yeah, I can take it. I can take it.
Go for it. I'm really serious.
I'll gladly take it. So we can start with.
I gladly take it. Pause, bruh.
In 2017, the Office of National AIDS Policy was taken away. There is no more Office of National AIDS Policy. Transgender women, including especially black trans people, are the highest infected people of HIV in this country, including black MSMs. So you had that office taken away. You then have had where $586 million was removed from the Ryan White Fund and transferred for the border separations. Ryan White money is what pays for people to have HIV care in this country when they cannot afford it. That includes transgender people. You have where 7 words were removed from the CDC funding, including vulnerable, transgender, and scientific base. So now companies that supported trans rights and trans people can't write grants to get money to help that particular demographic.
I'm learning a whole lot right now, I swear.
You have the transgender military ban. When I say that they are literally attacking LGBTQ rights, this is not a joke. It is just coming, because it's so much bullshit going on, you just miss that every day these little things are happening. What is actually happening? Because all of these things are happening.
I just wanted to say, it's curious to me, because I'm somebody who's gay as well. I'm gay, I'm not queer, I'm not LGBTQ, I am a gay black man.
Just so y'all know, that brother right there is gay. I think we established that. All right. He's gay. Why are you gay? You are gay.
I can't speak to what I'm speaking to.
No, I can't. And what's so curious to me is that we talk about our community as if everybody that's transgender is infected with HIV or has housing insecurity, has everybody that's gay and lesbian, like black or male
That's
or
not
whatever.
even what I mean, that's not what I said.
So this
That's
is
what it
how,
sounds
so
like
my
you
whole
said.
thing is, so my
not what
whole
I said
thing
at
is,
all.
this is how we speak of the community all the
Yeah.
times, is that we are always some oppressed victim.
Okay, so trans
So let me ask another question.
For me, as a gay person, it drives me insane because I fought for LGBT rights when I got arrested at the front of the White House protesting Don't Ask, Don't Tell repeal because I served in the military for 5 years. I grew up poor and black in Akron, Ohio, all right? I went to one of the worst schools in Akron, Ohio. I went to the military, risked my life multiple times, okay, to get every single thing that I have right now. There is no reason that every single black kid on the block can do that same thing.
So before we get into that,
hold on.
See? He just now said it. He said it without saying it. And black people don't like to hear that. He said he pulled himself up by his bootstraps. And y'all should be able to do it too. God dang it. Y'all should be able to do it too. They pissed now, bruh. They pissed now, bruh.
hold on.
We're not going there. We're not going there. We're not going to do that.
I think we should, though.
We're gonna get to all these things. So you didn't vote for Donald Trump.
I did not.
What are the issues that you take with the president?
So just really quickly to a point that George said, right? That I feel like the candidates that keep being put up year after year after year keep hardlining us. We're saying we're choosing the lesser of two evils, right? Where I think that it's really important that we see candidates that come from our communities that are talking about, like for me, right? I'm 25 years old. My student loan debt was due on Monday. Still haven't paid that, right? Because don't got the money to pay that right away. So thinking about what are ways that we see people who are experiencing the same thing, who are coming from our community, who also recognize the historical debt that this country has to black people and to people of color so that we can move forward. So we know that, like, none of us are free unless all of us are free.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
So, but when it comes to
None of us are free until all of us are free, brother. Huh? Free Nuciano.
Baby, I'm free. I don't know what you talking about. That got nothing to do with me. I'm free.
So you voted for Donald Trump.
Yes.
Would you mind telling us why he won your vote in 2016?
At first, I really didn't know much about what Trump was doing. I just knew, okay, it ain't her. So I'm just gonna vote for him. And I was still coming into being a conservative and all of that, and I just got converted to a Christian. I'm looking at my Christian values and I'm growing as a Christian and I'm realizing, wow, you know what I mean? This man is really aligning himself with what we truly believe in, you know? And coming from the South, Charlotte, North Carolina, we're really Christians, you know what I'm saying? Where my people from, you know, everything is based off of that. So I'm not gonna support any party that's gonna support abortion, you know what I'm saying? We just now getting kind of comfortable with homosexuality, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know, it's just like with marriage, you know, divorcing and everybody sleeping with every time thinking Harry, you know, in the South, it ain't like that. So it's like, that's just that foundation of Trump. But now going into the economy. I mean, I'm a businesswoman. I have my own financial consulting company. And seeing what he's been doing to where my taxes are not that high and I'm not paying for...
Talk your shite. Congratulations, young lady. She went ahead and put that out there. I already knew you had some money. Let me hold $13. Let me hold like $12, sister. You know, to my next blessing. You know, won't you bless a brother, and I'll pay you back on my next blessing. All right? I'm in between blessings right now.
Company and seeing what he's been doing to where my taxes are not that high and I'm not paying for what I came from, aka living off of food stamps and continue. And I got family on food stamps that continue to live off of it. And I know, listen.
Yeah, guys, if y'all enjoyed that, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I am Van. Now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully on part 2. Yeah. So we can finish hearing this sister talk. She's going to be on part 2. She's definitely going to be on part 2. Part 2, brother. She's definitely going to be on part 2. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next time. This right here is the type of respectful discourse I enjoy. The type of discourse that will make an impact throughout the world. All right? This is what we need right here. This right here is what we need. All right? Love y'all.